All right, guys. First single, I believe, from Perception. Outro. NF. I've been excited to do Perception, so let's get right into it. Here we go. Oh, boy. Hang on. He's got like a little... Hang on. Well, first things first. This man is wrapped in caution tape, and he appears to be in either a dump and or a CIA brainwashing room. But there's a mailbox. Let's hang on. All right. Let's see where he goes from here. And it's called Outro. Out with the old, in with the new. I do not know, but
I'm dedicated. The definition of dedication. Wrote this on record while I was levitating. Sitting in my room with the pen and paper. I'm innovative. They've been afraid of me since I was a second grader. I'm the kid on the playground. Mama told you to never play, but there's levels of music and I'm in the elevator.
hey, hang on, guys. So I initially did not a bunch. I did like 3 or 4 NF reactions to some of his bigger songs. They were like, guys, dude, go back, do the journey from the beginning. That's what I've been doing. I've seen where he started lyrically. And one of the things I said, even in the bigger songs that I initially reacted to, I was like, I don't necessarily see top tier lyricism here. Now, I have seen a drastic progression in his lyrical ability, his writing ability, and also his performance ability. I recognize where I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't. Lyricism is hard to define. But I will say there's been a vast progression throughout from the beginning of his journey to now at Outro. Hang on, man. We're going to rewind it a little bit.
I was levitating, sitting in my room with the pen and paper. I'm innovative. They've been afraid of me since I was a second grader. I'm the kid on the playground. Mama told you to never play, but there's levels of music and I'm in the elevator, going up to the top floor. Look how we elevated. But you don't know the brand by now. You better get educated. Take both of my arms, rip them out the sockets, separate them. Forgive me, yeah, I know I get animated. Don't matter, I still write a better record than yours without a hesitation. Never been more motivated. Just look at all the minds I've opened and penetrated. See, I am the voice of all these kids that think things but never say them. Before they come to my shows wearing the NF hoodies and hats low like we're carrying weapons. Put the controllers away.
Yeah, man.
Wearing the NF hoodies and hats low like we're carrying weapons. Put the controllers away, it's game over. I promise I'm way colder. The fans keep saying that they're hungry for new music. Well, that's pretty convenient because I just made a plate for them. And I don't hear what y'all are saying. I just sit at the keys feeling
They're hungry for new music. I just made a plate for them.
Music got me thinking I'm Beethoven. The game needs a makeover. If you've been waiting, the wait's over. You ain't noticed y'all about to witness a takeover. Yeah, they're waiting on me to match the emotion that I had in the last one. Wait, if
hang on, that also might be a reference to Jay-Z's The Takeover, or Takeover. Man, just seeing his progression, man. I love to see an artist's progression because it's easy to just listen to one song and snapshot and say, oh, that's who this artist is. But what you don't see is all that come up. But with NF, he's got that come up music out there. It's not his best music. But you see the progression. You see where he started, you see where he worked, and you see where he is. I'm not even to now. I'm not even to present yet. Let's keep going, guys.
Yeah, they're waiting on me to match the emotion that I had in the last one. Wait, if I don't, they gon' tell me that I'm losing my passion. If I do, am I repeating my actions? Yeah, look, how could you leave us as massive? There ain't nothing I could write that'll match that. My biggest fear writing this record wasn't putting out trash. It was disappointing myself in the fan base. Now I want you to picture.
Wow.
I'm in a hotel rapping, crying on the floor.
So he said he wasn't even worried about putting out trash. He was worried about disappointing himself in the fan base. And a lot of people were saying you better keep the same like emotional vulnerability, the emotional connection with the fans. Interesting, man. Also, I don't understand what's going on in the background with he's got, guy raking leaves, a lady in a neck brace, bleeding from the head. He's got these people in these weird masks, But knowing NF, I think, knowing the little I know about NF, I think I'm going to find out through the album what all these things mean. That would be my guess. Let's keep going, guys.
I'm in a hotel rapping, crying on the floor of the bathroom, staring in the mirror of my room, handshaking, playing How Could You Leave Us through the speakers on my iPhone, trying to figure out if I'ma always feel the way that I feel, or maybe someday I can.
That song got me. I'm pausing it. I don't care. That song got me, man. Because a lot of us have, we don't choose who our parents are, and some of us got landed with, I'll put it bluntly, we got landed with some shitty parents. Some of us, not all of us. But, the biggest thing is, like, once that person's gone, all that grief, all that anger and hatred, all that disgust at the way that you were raised and the things they did to you, when they're gone, they're gone. So it's like, at a certain point, you gotta make peace with it, hopefully, before that person passes on. You don't always get that option, but it's definitely a powerful thing to be like, you know what? Like, this person's gonna be gone one day. And I would say you should say your piece now. But let's keep going, guys. He's saying he even listens to his own song, shaking in the bathroom, crying in the bathroom with his hands shaking. I mean, that's powerful, man.
The speakers on my iPhone, trying to figure out if I'ma always feel the way that I feel, or maybe someday I can learn to be happy, or maybe I can't be. Cause if the music ain't emotional enough, are they gonna call me a has-been? Pain's always been the rule of my music.
Hang on, whatever. I have to pause it. He's saying maybe I shouldn't overcome my stuff, because then my music won't be relatable if I'm happy, because I won't have these struggle and these internal thoughts to put out there. Now, I don't necessarily think that's true. I think even if you overcome your struggles, you're still going to have human emotions, human experiences that you're going to be able to, relate. But I'm not here to disagree or agree with NF. I'm here to analyze, take it in, and give a little bit of my thoughts. But that's an interesting point, that he's almost like having that dialogue with himself of like, man, if I overcome all my problems, which is impossible, but if I deal with some of this stuff, oh man, like maybe it's not going to be relatable. Like, this is his internal struggle and dialogue with his, kind of the things he tells himself. Let's keep going, guys. And we all have that dialogue. Let's go.
If I cut it off, how am I supposed to keep growing? If I let it go, won't my whole career be in ruins? That's when I realized this whole conversation is stupid. I never cared to impress.
I should have let it play out. I'm sorry, guys. I should have let it play out. I should have known NF was smart enough to figure this one out on his own, man. I'm rewinding it. I'm going back. Oh, man. Let's go.
Pain's always been the root of my music. If I cut it off, how am I supposed to keep growing? If I let it go, won't my whole career be in ruins? That's when I realized this whole conversation is stupid. I never cared to impress people that don't even know me. I strike what I feel, somehow I started a movement trying to enjoy a career, but I don't know how to do it when I spend all of my time being afraid I'm gonna lose it. But then I figured out the reason they follow me, the reason why these fans surrounding me. It's not cause I'm a rap god. I don't need you people to bow to me. All they ever did was doubt me. Everyone's proud of me. Acknowledge me and not you ain't ignoring the following. I'm just teaching them something they couldn't learn in colleges. This is for the kids feeling like they live at the bottom, and every day of their lives feel like it's darker than Halloween. Yeah, you ain't alone out there. Look around.
Goosebumps, man. Goosebumps. Why don't we teach emotional intelligence in high schools? Why don't we teach emotional intelligence in college? They say that's partially the job of the parents, but it's like, well, what if your parents are busy working? You know what I mean? I don't think we should over therapize our culture, but there should be a time and a place for it where, like, hey, if you want to take a certain class and you want to, learn a little bit about human emotion, stress hormones, cortisol, testosterone, estrogen, and all the millions of other ones that go way over my head. If you want to learn about those things and how they affect your psyche, there should 100% be that option, especially in high schools. Now, I have a fear of over therapizing or like, that's a word. I don't know if that's a real word, but I do think we have an over therapeutic culture here in the US that's starting to grow a lot, to the point where, like, you can't even be honest with people, or you can't even say the word suicide. Like, I saw something, man. They were saying, like, you're supposed to say unliving yourself or some ridiculous. I'm sorry. I know I might piss some people off. Some ridiculous shit, like unliving yourself instead of saying the word suicide because it's triggering for some people. It's like, guys, what are we doing here? What are we doing? But I do. That being said, I do think it's incredibly important to learn about yourself and different dynamics that everyone's going to deal with throughout their life. Because some people, all this stuff is easy for them. It's like it's not even on their radar. For some people, it's I've met some people and it's just like they don't deal with it in the same way that I do. I'm a deeply emotional person. I usually am pretty thoughtful. But I internalize a lot of things. I have trouble dealing with my emotions. I've met some people where it's not just a facade. Like I've met some people where it just, they don't feel emotions on the same level as me, period. And it's, you know, some people are like, well, they do, but they're hiding it. Well, maybe some of them, but I've met some people where they genuinely, they don't feel the emotions like I do. And I think that's one of the reasons I love music so much. And I do like NF and what he does, because he does these almost cinematic soundtrack-esque beats, and it lends a whole new depth to his words, to the point where, like, if he did it over just like some commercial rap beat, it's not going to hit the same as a song where he's got these strings and he's got these rises and these drops in how thematic it is, and it'll slow down, and he'll like all of these really well done elements. I don't think it would hit the same if he was doing it over a commercial beat, and I think he knows that, and I feel like it would be disingenuous if he was doing it over like an overly commercial beat, like a booty rhyme beat, I guess, for lack of a better term. But let's I'm gonna rewind it a little bit here, guys, because I talk a lot during my reactions, but let's keep going.
The reason they follow me, the reason why these fans surrounding me, it's not cause I'm a rap god. I don't need you people to bow to me. All they ever did was doubt me. Now everyone's proud of me. Acknowledge me and not you ain't ignoring the following. I'm just teaching them something they couldn't learn in their colleges. This is for the kids feeling like they live at the bottom, and every day of their lives feel like it's darker than Halloween. Yeah, you ain't alone out there. Look around you, we got a lot of fans in here. Couple 100,000, that's what we did last year. Listen to intro 3, trying to kill my fare. They'll get that in a minute. We about to shatter the critics. I am a savage, admit it. A lot of baggage I live in, that's why the passion is.
Man, he's hitting some hard multi-syllabic rhymes right now, man. How many syllables do we have? 4? 6? Hang on.
Couple 100,000, that's what we did last year. Listen to intro 3, trying to kill my fare. They'll get that in a minute. We about to shatter the critics.
They'll get that in a minute. That in a minute. We're about to shatter the critics. So I think we got 4 there. Shatter the critics. Shatter the critics. 5. Man, compared to his early stuff, dude, come on. Vast improvement, man. I love to see it.
Yeah, listen to intro 3, trying to kill my fare. They'll get that in a minute. We about to shatter the critics. I am a savage, admit it. A lot of baggage I live in, that's why the passion is different. Really don't care if they get it. We're only 3 records in it, and this is just the beginning. I'm home.
3 records in, and this is just the beginning, man. That was 5 syllables. That's the most amount of syllables I've heard NF do in a multi-syllabic rhyme, I believe. Yeah, man. He's teasing you a little bit, showing you what's to come, man. Let's go. I know he used to have, like, I want to say like 2 max. 2 syllables max that he would rhyme in his beginning stages of the journey, man. Interesting. Now, so he's walking out of the hangar. And he had a song earlier where he was in an airplane too, in the music video. And so he's walking out of a kind of disheveled hangar, and he's picking up some keys. I wonder if the keys are keys to rooms in a mansion? That's the only reason I could think of for having like 6 keys or 7. I don't know, 6, 7 keys. Interesting. But we're not finished. Somebody said you gotta always play these things through, so let's go. Interesting, man. Interesting, man. I'm excited to keep doing this Perception album. I'm gonna do a few more reactions here. I'm intrigued and I'm interested. So let's see where he goes from here, man. But wow, vast step up. So he hit you with, I want to say most of the song, it was maybe 2 or 3 syllables. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm wrong on a lot of things. 2 or 3 syllables for the majority of the song, and then he hits you with a 5 out of nowhere. Nice, man. Nice. I like it. But we're going to keep going here. You guys take care. Stay safe wherever you're watching the video from.